Hi everyone, welcome back to Planet J. My name is Jay, and today we have a career reading. It's going to be a pick a pile reading. I would recommend that you guys choose one pile to watch, but if you really feel drawn to more than one, watch them. Thank you guys so much for watching. If it resonates, please give it a like. And know that career readings are such a significant part of our life. I mean, pretty much all of the reasons we come to tarot readings are significant, right? But I just feel like career is just such a big part of, us. So take what is yours and leave what isn't. In the beginning of the reading, I will try to flip over the cards and see if it's showing up like the viewer is employed or self employed or is currently searching to help you figure out if you're in the right group sooner rather than later. But if any of this resonates and you would like a little bit more information, I suggest that you guys try, checking out some of the readings on Patreon because we do a lot more career readings like that. Or maybe get a personal. I'll be putting specific readings for career readings, love readings, and no contact, all of that available on my website very soon. So yeah, we're gonna get started in about 10 seconds. Choose your pile, and then I'll see you in your reading. I recommend everybody watch the intro because I really don't want to have to repeat this in every single group. But yeah, love you guys, and let's just get started with the first group. Pile number one. Welcome to your reading, pile number one. Thank you so much for joining in. We're gonna jump right into your reading and see what messages Spirit has for you in regards to your career. So, I think I just kind of want to flip them all over. Yeah. So we've got ship, the number 3 or 10 could be significant here. This is the 10 of swords in this particular deck, and what was on the bottom of the deck for the blind shuffle was, oh wow, the garden with the 8 of swords, the garden. And I'll explain what these specific cards mean because there's definitely a different meaning than the typical like 10 of swords, 8 of swords meaning that a regular tarot deck might have. I use this more of like an oracle. We have bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius, and step out of your comfort zone. North Node. The Knight of Pentacles. For this career reading in the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. The Seven of Cups. The Three of Swords. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Oh. This is interesting. This is interesting. The Two of Swords. Yeah, it kind of feels like you're stuck between a decision of whether or not you want to stay or go for this group. Like, it feels like in this group you're already employed. So if you're not employed right now, or you're recently like leaving a job because you lost your job, this is not your group. Some of you guys, it's not that you lost your job, but you left it. Some of you guys, if you don't have a job right now, it seems like the last job that you had, you left that job. It doesn't seem like you were fired. For others of you, it was like a mix. Like, I don't know, because I took some notes before starting this reading. And for me, the Knight of Pentacles, for who you are up top, is like you being valued because of your consistency, because of how you show up, because of your willingness to, for some of you guys, get better or be there and actually be someone reliable. But for the Three of Swords to be coming through here, it almost feels like if it's paired here with the Seven of Cups, it could be that as much as you show up and you're consistent, maybe you feel like you're not too sure if this is where you want to be forever, what you want to be doing forever. Bottom of the deck was the Seven of Cups. Yeah, look, and I was just talking about the Seven of Cups, and look what came out. So take what is yours and leave what isn't. I feel like sometimes when we watch our tarot readings, we can get so caught up on the like verbatim words that we use when I say like fired or thrown out or left or employed, unemployed. Take what makes sense to you. You know what I mean? I don't want to complicate things too much. You'll know if it makes sense to you or not. And we have the fates. Wow, the fates. The fates. So the issue is, I feel like for this group is that you have to figure out what it is that you want. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you already know what it is that you want to do or what you would like to be a part of, it feels like, for your career. It also feels like this could be like a future thing. So for this group, it could also be that your wants have changed. Like what you want for your career could have changed. So the confusion or the for some of you guys it's like for some of you guys it's like excitement, but it's like you don't want to be excited. Maybe you have some sort of like maybe you don't like the idea of like upsetting other people if you were no longer showing up as the consistent person that you are. For some of you guys, I feel like what you really bring to the table, what you can leverage in terms of your skills, is the fact that some of you guys, what you do actually helps people in some way. And if you're not doing anything that actually helps other people, you're either not realizing how big of an impact you have on even just like your colleagues, just because you show up the way you do, or you're not in the right place. Because I definitely feel like for the Three Swords to be coming through, you're meant to have an impact on people for the career that you're doing, because that's who you are. Um, I don't know. I kind of feel like the next part of your journey when it comes to your career may involve hurting some feelings. For others of you, it's hard for me to tell. We're going to clarify. It's hard for me to tell if the Three Swords is you hurting feelings or healing. It's interesting because, we have these readings, and that's why I say take what is yours and leave what isn't, because this is a general, and there's so many different types of people here, like different jobs. It's so important to keep that in mind, because sometimes you get your reading and you're like, oh my God, this is BS. But I think it's just like we have to be aware that a lot of people are coming for this. So I'm trying not to be like, oh my God, the person watching this is a garbage man, because you could literally be doing anything, you know what I mean? But when I say impact, I mean even the garbage man like goes to the same neighborhoods every now and again, and the people in that neighborhood can recognize them or know them, and they could have an impact just by being the person that gives them a smile every day or every morning or whatever. Or they can have a shitty impact by always being the person that leaves the garbage cans in the middle of the fucking road so people can't drive through. Like, so I feel like impact is what's coming through here. So let me try to figure out what type of impact this is. What's the Three of Swords about? What's the Three of Swords about? Let's get one card to clarify the Three of Swords and one card to clarify the Seven of Cups for why you're showing up as the Seven of Cups. So we have the Queen of Swords. Oh, what's so interesting is I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're meant to do a job that helps people, aids people through their healing, either through speaking with them or talking with them. And I know how that sounds, because some of you guys, it could just literally mean that what you're supposed to be doing for your job could have like a friendly component to it. To me, the Queen of Swords is somebody that is excellent in like conversation. And I feel like for it to be tied here to the Three of Swords, you're either giving people like reality checks, or you are healing people in your conversation and your ability to show up for them. So what's interesting in this group is that there are so many ways that you can do that. That could be through giving advice, that could be through being like a friend, that could be by being like an assistant or being some sort of like support position. But I definitely feel like for what you could do best at, like what your best talent to leverage is your ability to heal people through communication or through by making them feel understood. And that's interesting because I feel like for some reason in this group that's like a surprise to you. Like, why does it feel like you're surprised to hear this message? Or like maybe like the message, but you don't want to believe that it's for you. And the reason why I'm saying all of this is because it says here on this card, step out of your comfort zone. So whatever it is that you've been doing so far, you're really good at it. It feels like you're really good at it. You're actually appreciated for it. But I feel like you could get a lot more appreciation and like I don't know, for some of you guys it's like consistent reminders of how good you are, or how special what you could provide could be if you were leveraging these talents or these skills more, because it kind of feels like these are skills that you could be leveraging. And I also feel like for stepping out of your comfort zone and bringing love into the situation to be a part of like the solutions and advice for you, that you have unique skills that a lot of other people do not have. This is a part of your life purpose for North Node to be here. So your next steps when it comes to your career is not just like something that you should be doing for a couple of years. I really do feel like this is a part of like for the Fates card to be here, a part of like your the big picture. So let me try to figure out why it is that I don't know if it's like you're like holding back, or you are maybe you feel like you're not ready mentally for what it might entail for you to switch gears, because it does kind of feel like for some of you guys here, what you might do next is different than what you're doing now, like very different. Like maybe the skills that you're leveraging in your job right now are not quite exactly what you would be utilizing in your next place. So it could be that in this group, it's hard for you to switch gears because when something works for you, you're like comfortable with that. And the idea of not knowing what to expect in a different situation could be difficult for you, especially if you feel like in your current job or like career, you don't get a lot of support or there aren't a lot of like people that you can rely on. Hmm. Interesting. So let's try to figure out why you got the new moon in Aquarius card. That's this card right here. New moons in Aquarius. New moon in Aquarius. Why did we get this card, Spirit? New moons come right before the. Is that the right before the first quarter moon? I'm pretty sure, yeah. Okay. So this card actually talks about like needing to open up to change, which is what I was talking about with this step out of your comfort zone card. So they're kind of like right on cue with each other. You guys could always look up these different decks. This particular deck is like a moon oracle deck. I think this is called Moonology, but I've had it for quite some time, and it reminds me of Yasmin Boland's like New Moon in Aquarius Open Up to Change card, which is very similar to this Bring Love into the Situation. But it talks about how like there are big changes in your forecast, regardless of if you're mentally prepared or ready for them, because it is your time. It is a part of your fate. Like so, I feel like for this group, what I really should make clear here is that what it is that you're doing for your job, it does kind of feel like it's going to change, regardless. And it feels like more so because you're ready for this next step. Like you see how this Knight of Pentacles is literally on a path. Like there is a road there. There is a destination for you. So maybe you feel like you don't know what's going to happen next. It doesn't matter if you don't know. There's literally something coming for you. Um, and it's so funny because for some of you guys, it's like everyone else knows this but you. Because it says on this card, public and fame. So, this particular new moon in Aquarius, like energy talks about trying to think of your situation from a different angle. So that's really what's important here. I'm wondering if it is change in your current place or current like career, just like doing something different. Like, you know, how some people they'll leave their job and that is the change, but other times people live or stay in the same company or stay in the same field even, but they're just working somewhere else, or they're at the same place but they have a different position, or they're at the same place but they have delegated this task, so now they're not managing this, they're doing something else. So that's what I mean when I say change. Like don't think when I say change it means that you're literally going to like uproot your entire life. For some of you guys it could mean that you might relocate, but I feel like that would only be if that's something you're looking for. I feel like for some people in this group you might actually want to move or like go somewhere else. Some of you guys, you would like to be able to travel more and do your job. It's so interesting because I kept talking about change and it says on this card change. Interesting. Some of you guys, maybe you feel like there is a little bit of like limitation when it comes to how far you can go when it comes to your work. Maybe you feel like there are delays because it does say movement on this card for what it is that you're desiring. And it also says journey here. So I feel like for this group, what is most important for you to focus on is whether or not there is like room for growth with what it is that you're doing right now. For the Seven of Cups to be coming out, I feel like you have so many like ideas. And for some of you guys, you have like this creativity when it comes to your mind and the way that you can, I heard develop things. So, I mean, that could be literally any job. I'm trying not to fixate too much on what career it is for the viewer, because I really do feel like for the talent and the skill that you have, especially when it comes to your mind and your intelligence and the way that you can read situations and also people. Sometimes you have book smarts, but for others of you, you have book smarts and emotional intelligence. So that's why I'm saying that. I also feel like for other people here, it could be completely none of that, but the fact that you are like a tortured artist or you are a little bit like poetic, but at the same time, you put a lot of effort and like it really feels like consistency into your work. These are your most leverageable traits. So the fact that you don't do things like other people, the fact that when somebody is expecting something from you, you do the opposite, you say the opposite. These are the traits that you should be leveraging the most. So if you're not in a career where these skills, it feels like skills are not being leveraged, and that's how you know you're not in the right place. It feels like I don't know if it's the right place though. I don't know if it's the place is the issue. It's interesting because this particular New Moon in Aquarius card also talks about how sometimes we just need a little bit of space from a person or a situation. So for some of you guys, it could simply be that this ship card is here because you need a vacation or you need some like time off. That could be what it is. You know, it's like sometimes when you take a step away, you start to see things differently. And it's so interesting because it literally says step out of your comfort zone. So for some of you guys, what the issue is that you work a lot. Like you work a lot and there's not a lot of time for yourself. But I don't know if that's for everybody here, because I am seeing the Three of Swords, which could indicate some people here would be a good person to employ or for this position or for this career path or whatever, but that maybe there is something going on. For some of you guys, you have something going on right now, so that is making it difficult for you to work. And I am getting deja vu. This seems like a similar message that I have delivered to somebody else recently on my channel. So I don't know if this is like somebody else watching right now has watched a recent video on my channel, or maybe that might be like something you might want to do. But yeah, because this card does sometimes talk about how if you've been too emotional about something or someone, that sometimes what you really need is a situation to just calm down or cool down, um, to reassess the circumstances truly. And it's so interesting because I was just talking about like developing, and it says doing so might allow things to develop in the way that you want them to. So maybe some of you guys, you are happy where you are, but you are looking for a certain type of change. So this card is actually a really good sign when it comes to matters in regards to networking and friends, even wishes coming true. For some, anything that has to do with like tech or science or online dating or social media of any kind, I feel like this could be a good omen for you. For some of you guys, it could be that you don't do any of that, but that might be a message for you to try if things are not working well for you. Like try networking, try making different connections, or even try rebranding or like marketing your skills better. And that really does depend on the job that you do, because sometimes when I say rebranding and marketing yourself could just mean focusing on like setting or leaving a different impression on your colleagues or the people that you work with. But if you're the boss or whatever, then obviously the messages might need to be tweaked a little. But interesting. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like for some reason you have like a lot of swag and like magic in this group, and I really do feel like the more that you show that side of you, like the better. So let's try to figure out what the Fates card is coming out for. Why is the Fates card coming out for the viewer? The number 17 could be significant for somebody here. It could be a date for some of you guys. It could have been an age. Maybe something significant happened, and this could be like a cue as to what career path or whatever it might be your next steps. That age. I don't know if something significant happened for someone here at that age. Sometimes it's interesting because these numbers might not be as significant to me as it is to the viewer. So that's why I always try to point out the numbers. We have the number 7, 2, 17 has come out. The number 7, it came out twice, as well as the number 3. So you could add those numbers up. You could put them next to each other. That could be in like an address. I don't know if it's like a phone number. It could literally be anything. But the number 17, especially when it comes to this card, also talks about fate and karma and accepting things that you can't change and knowing what things you are able to change. So some of you guys, the issue is that you get too comfortable. Like you start disappointing yourself by limiting yourself on what possibilities you have in the current situation that you're in. So what I mean by that is, let's say you're working somewhere and you really do want to travel, but you don't get enough recognition, therefore you don't get enough money, and you don't get to actually accomplish the things that you want to while doing the job that you're dedicated to. So that could be where the disappointment is. For others of you, it could even be that maybe you are more valued in the place that you're working at or in the path or career field that you are working in than you realize. There are some things that you can change and some things you can't. And I really do feel like in this group, you already know what that is. I heard it doesn't take a lifetime for you to figure these things out. So I feel like for this group, you're so like smart and wise. Like I really feel like if you're feeling confused, it's because you're overthinking it too much. Like you're breaking your own heart when it comes to the true possibilities of your ability to love the work that you do and still be stepping out of your comfort zone. Because it's like sometimes people can get stressed when maybe some of you guys, it's like you feel like you already do well for yourself, or it could even be that things aren't going terrible right now. So it's like you don't want to rock the boat. For others of you, it could be what I said earlier about feeling like you don't want to mess up any situation for like other people. Like let's say other people you work with depend on you or something like that. That could be what it is as well. Because I am sensing like a sense of like responsibility and obligation, but for some reason with the 7 of Cups and the 3 of Swords, it feels heavy. Like it does feel a little heavy. Understand why certain events occurred and accept the mystery and work with what those events and current circumstances have to teach you. So that's kind of like what the message is behind this like Fates card. And another like message behind it is to understand that sometimes when it comes to your own prosperity or abundance, certain things are outside of your personal control right now. So you are being excited to, you're being invited to accept what is. This is kind of like my it is what it is card, but in a positive way. Like it is what it is, but it's not terrible. So I actually feel like for this group, this is like a more positive message to deliver, because I feel like whoever's watching in this group, you have like a bright future for yourself. And I feel like it's something that you actually enjoy. Like I want to be honest, there's some people that will literally work their entire life and they don't actually like the work that they do, but they're really good at it. Or they have to do it because they have children or they have responsibilities or they have bills or they have this or whatever. And then there's some people that actually do work and they love the work that they do. So and even if it's difficult, sometimes they still love it, or they still feel like there's a purpose behind it, or they still feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. I really do feel like for this group, that's something that you are meant to feel, for sure. I feel like there's some things that you can't see, and that's okay. Like that's really what you should know. And sometimes there is a reason for that. Like sometimes there is a way to benefit from not being aloof, because I feel like in this group maybe in your mind it's like being like unpractical if you're not like focusing on the what's next part. But I feel like for this group it's really like the magic is behind just going through the process and going through the motions. So let me get 3 more cards before we close it out for the viewer. Let me get 3 more cards before I close it out for the viewer. 3 more cards. It's so funny because 3 cards actually came out, but I wanted to get them one by one. So let me get 3 cards for the viewer. Okay, so when the first card, if a single card flies out, I'm gonna like flip that one over. So let's say I was shuffling right and this card came out. I would take 2 off the top. That's what I'm about to do. So whatever card comes out, we're gonna take the next 2, and then we'll look at the bottom. So give me 3 more cards for the viewer in card number 1 or pile number 1. Give me 3 more cards. Okay, so we're gonna take this one and the first 2 off the top, as well as the bottom of the deck, which is the 8 of Swords. So yeah, this is what I was talking about, how I feel like and I'm not trying to like gaslight you guys or make you feel any type of way, but I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's just like the mental component of not knowing. Like it's the part of like not knowing that I think is really the big issue for this group. It's not about whether or not you have the skill, or even if you're destined for good shit when it comes to your career path. It's about the like kind of like letting go. I feel like 8 of Pentacles, because I feel like you are a really hard worker. And if you're unemployed right now, you're going to have that's coming through here with the 8 of Swords. Some of you guys, you're worried about your work for some reason. I don't know why. Some of you guys, it could be that maybe it's hard for you to be in a relationship and do the work that you do. Like, I don't know if that creates difficulties. For some of you guys, it's the fact that you've always been able to put so much time and effort into your job or your career that your personal relationships have suffered because of it. Some of you guys, and not everyone here, but there could be some people here where kind of like use work as a distraction, or they don't know how to, what's that word? Um, like manage their time a little better. I could definitely see for this group, like self care and things like that, kind of like falling through the cracks sometimes, or being lower on your list of priorities. 4 of Swords. Yeah, that's the mental part that I was talking about. Like the peace of mind and the comfortability and all of that. And so funny because I feel like for a lot of you guys, the work that you've been doing so far has actually been comfortable because you're good at it, and because for some of you guys, because you've been doing it for so long. But I don't know if it's like there's a call for some of you guys to do something a little different. I heard lately, so some of you guys, you've been feeling this way lately. It's interesting because I was trying to figure out what it is that you actually want. And I feel like when it comes to your work life, like everything that I mentioned before still stands, like wanting a little bit of a change or distance. Some of you guys, I don't know if it's that you want to work in the same like company or place, but you want to relocate, or you want to work somewhere else. Like I don't know why there's something about like seeing something different or experiencing something different. Like I heard, what's that saying? Damn, there's just like saying where like people use it when it's like they're in a new location, but it feels better just because they're somewhere else. A change of scenery, a change of scenery. Yeah, I heard a change of scenery. So I don't know if that's permanently or if it's like because you need a trip. But I'm seeing public, network, and group. I feel like for some of you guys, I don't know if it's that you. Oh, hold on. I don't want my computer to restart. Hold on, y'all. It just gave me an update alert. But anyway, let's flip over this card. Ooh, and the Four of Pentacles. Some of you guys, I don't know if you like worry about financial security. Like that could be what it is that you have a really big. Some of you guys, I don't know if it's that you want to be really rich or it's that you want to be financially secure. Some of you guys, it's that you want to like have like some sort of like passive income while still loving what you do. So maybe some of you guys, it's like this fear that you might not be able to have it all at once. Like maybe you have this fear that you can't be good at your job, like your job, and actually make money from it. Like all of those things being true at once. But I don't know if that's the case. I feel like in this group, you might even just be fated for that. Because I think what's coming through here for the garden, I feel like deep down in this group, you actually do want more people to know how good you are at what it is that you do. Some of you guys, if there's something that you could do or you're doing right now that you're really good at. And I was mentioning earlier about how you should definitely leverage your networking skills more. Some of you guys, whatever it is that you do, you could tell other. I don't know what this is, but it says here public, an audience. So, and I'm seeing this girl. She has all these stars on her. It doesn't matter your gender, by the way, but like, there's all these stars on this woman. So, I mean, it doesn't matter if she wanted to be low key or not. Like, you would see her. You know, this you would not see somebody like this in this photo and not notice them, not see them, especially someone like this as well. You would notice these people. So I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling like whatever it is that you do to make money or to spend your time like daily, if you're going to work every day, is something that should have love, should have uniqueness, and should also have a piece of you in it. And it should bring you security. It should make you feel safe and like comfortable. So if you're not safe and comfortable doing what it is that you do, then that's the issue. That's the issue right there. This should be about feeling safe and comfortable, because you see like the difference between the body language in these cards is kind of like striking me, because I asked what the issue is, and look, she doesn't really look that comfortable. She just doesn't. Her arms are crossed, but it's like in that uncomfortable kind of like view. But in this one, I mean, there's no way. How are they comfortable? They literally have like swords in them. But you see this one, her arms are crossed, but she looks fine. She looks fine, and this was actually the advice and the solution for you. So, and this was more so showing me like the current state or even like who you are. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it could even be that up until this point, your career has been a little rocky, but that you are actually meant for something a little bit more stable. And it could be that what you've experienced up until this point has been the opposite. So it's like, you know that you're meant to have that, but sometimes you question it. Sometimes you question it. Yeah. Okay. Especially if you read too deeply into like the physical representations. So what I mean by that is like some people are meant to be rich, but they weren't rich their whole life. Obviously, then they had no way of getting rich if they were rich their whole life. But it's hard for you to be like, oh, I'm going to be rich, or I'm going to be in this position, or I'm going to like this job, or I'm going to be moving here, if you're not living in that reality right now. I feel like in this group, you're so much like grounded in reality, but really what your like best leverage skill is this, is the kind of like, what if, but what about this? Did we consider that? But what if I tried this? Like, that's the part of you that I really feel like once you like embrace that more, not only would there be like changes in your work, but I also feel like there'd be changes in like how happy you feel about the work that you do. There'd be less disappointment, I feel like, for some of you guys, or like overthinking, or for some of you guys, like maybe you would like better relationships with your work as well. I could see that, like better work relationships. But I'm gonna close this one out because I definitely don't want it to be too long because we have to get to the other groups. But this one was dope. I hope it resonated. If it did, give it a like and come back for another one on my channel. We're gonna get started now with pile number 2. So let me pick these up right now. I like this one actually. This was actually a really nice message to deliver because I felt like the viewer might not have expected to hear what they did. So let's move on. And I love giving messages like that. Those are my favorites. But let's move on now to pile number 2. I'm going to put the timestamp in the chat, so give me guys 1 second before we actually start your group. Oh, I saw your comment. Thank you so much. I need this so bad. I'm trying to change concentration. Yeah, I understand. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Okay, so we're gonna move on now to pile number 2. Pile number 2, we're gonna put you guys at 30 minutes, so in about 30 seconds. All right. Thank you guys for your comments and for liking and sharing the videos. It just helps grow my channel so much, and I've been seeing like all the differences in my audience and stuff. So thank you guys. Anyway, let's get started now with pile number 2. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. We're going to be getting you the career messages that you've been looking for. Hopefully, if it resonates, you give it a like and come back for another one. And in the beginning, if I say you're unemployed and you're obviously employed, then that might mean that this is just not the right pile for you. It happens, but there's 5 to choose from, so don't be afraid to try another one. Here we go. Ooh, coffin. 9 of Pentacles, coffin. And the bottom of the deck for that one was Crossroad, which is actually the 10 wait, no, this is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so far you have the 9 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles out. Interesting. Some of you guys, you're like extremely self-sufficient, or you want to be in a position where, I don't know, this is giving like a lot of efficiency, a lot of independence. Some of you guys, it's like discipline as well. You're very disciplined, and some of you guys, you're good with money, or you're meant to live like a luxurious life. This feels like luxury. Like I work hard, but I work hard so that I can do this and do that. Okay. Very close to achieving your goal. You're very close to achieving your goal. Gibbous moon. Interesting, because I was actually born on a waning gibbous moon. Okay, let's see. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. The King of Pentacles. Yeah, look, no way. So you got the King, the Queen of Pentacles, both in your energy. Some of you guys, I don't know if it's that you want like a business partner, or you would like to have like a romantic relationship, or you like work with your partner too. I can see that for some people watching this right now. 3 of Pentacles, as I say that. Wow, something about you seems like what all you need is like a really good team, or to be shown the ropes one time and then you got it. Like, so I feel like in this group you could really value like having a mentor or something like that. Some of you guys, you've had mentors in your life, or like people that have shown you the ropes in a way. Not saying that you owe anything to them, but you know, sometimes. Bottom of the deck was the Lovers. Yeah, as I say that, why does this feel like a business partner and a lover? So for some of you guys, it's not about like mixing business and love, but that you are an excellent person to have in their corner when it comes to work, when it comes to needing anything done, when it comes to needing help. But I feel like what this really is about is like the connection that people feel with you. So there was like the other group is more like the conversation, like their intelligence. But I feel like for this one, it's like it's like a little different. The King of Pentacles to me is very mature, very responsible. You don't have to tell them to do certain things; they just do it. And for it to be attached here to the 3 of Pentacles, it's like you leading by example, or you simply being this way. It also makes other people like that as well. So you are legit, and you make other people legit just by being associated with you, just by doing business with you, just by working with you. So these are your like most leverageable traits. You don't really have to do much, because all of the skills that you need to be valuable in a place of work or valuable in a field, you already have. What I mean by that is like in this group, you could be really shitty at a job and it really wouldn't matter, because of the connection that people feel with you, because of your potential, because even if you're not good at this skill, you're still teaching them something else that they can then use. So I feel like in this group, you really shouldn't, I don't want to say that and like make somebody feel some type of way, but like when it comes to job experience and stuff like that, you don't have to worry about that as much, so long as you really make it your mission. I heard mission, to leave a good impression. What I mean by that is like there's some people where if they were to lie on their resume and go into a job, how to pick a card. Hi. So how to pick a card. I mean, it's pretty simple. Basically you'll look at the piles. For this one we're doing like a pick a pile. So you'll just look at the thumbnail, or you can look at the first like 5 seconds of the reading and just look at whichever one you felt drawn to. So sometimes I feel drawn to a specific number. Like for example, I always associate the number 2 with like self-esteem and like real natural talents. So if you want to leverage that more in your like work life, then you might want to choose that. For some of you guys, I don't know if you want to like do something with fame, maybe that's why you choose the number 5. Like I always try to find a personal reason why I feel connected to a group. I I just feel like it's easier to say that rather than say, oh, choose the one that makes you feel nervous and one that makes you feel happy. Like that's, some people don't know. So yeah, others of you, we might want to go to like the timestamps later on. And if you see any numbers that you like, you know, like some people have like favorite numbers, like 63 or whatever. If you see that in like the timestamp, that could be another reason why you choose it. But I really just feel like it should just, you know, just choose on your own. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I don't think I've seen your name in my chat before, but thank you. And for this one, I would say choose one, but obviously do what you feel is best for you. Okay, Ace of Swords, interesting. Ace of Swords. So what I was saying earlier about like the experience and stuff, I mean, you guys probably know what I mean when I say that. Like, just think about like, and I don't want to say this and make you feel like you're this type of person because you're not that type of person, but there's some people here where it's like maybe you've worked somewhere or you even went to a place of business and you dead ass knew somebody should not have been working there because they probably weren't good at the job, but you could tell that the people at the job like them. You're that person. But on top of that, you're actually good at your job. You're actually good at it. So, and people actually like you. So what I mean by that is like, let's say you wanted to switch fields, or let's say you wanted a little bit more responsibility with your job, or you wanted whatever. I really feel like you could get it, but it really would depend on how you connect to whoever is in charge of giving that or helping you with that. So let's say you are like self-employed and it's just about like getting better clientele or whatever, then for you it would be about your reviews or your recommendations or like spreading word of mouth. For others of you, weirdly enough, I heard for anybody that is in a relationship, that makes you seem more attractive for some reason. And for some of you guys, like long-term relationships make you seem more attractive. So like, for example, let's say you were to go into an interview and you would say you've been in an ex relationship or you have a partner or you are dating somebody, you're married. For some reason that is like a leverageable for you. For some of you guys, it's because of the career that you're on or the one you're meant to be on. For others of you, it's because simply because of the people that you're interacting with, that's just something that would make them be like, oh, okay, they're consistent. Somebody else has taking the time or the energy to rely on them, maybe I can give them a shot. Like I really do feel like for some reason that is what people are thinking of with you. So let's say you were to leave a reference, that reference would be helpful for you, because I really feel like for the Ace of Swords, I don't know if it's like some sort of like communication or something written. It could be, oh look, King of Pentacles again, it came out again. So that's what I was talking about. So some of you guys, what the issue was is that the way that you communicate your skills and your experience is the issue. So let's say you go into an interview and someone asks you, do you have this credential? Or have you worked with this? Have you done this before? How long have you been doing this? How old are you? They ask you reasons that have nothing to do with the job even, or nothing to do with, you know, whatever. And they ask you that to determine, and you feed too much into that situation. But what you really should have been doing is connecting with them based off of the shoes or whatever that they like, that you also like. I feel like for this group, it's something about like a mutual connection. And I know that that is like, some people, you know, you already have a job, you've been working out your job, so it's not about the interview, but it is about like the day-to-day. Some of you guys, you would do really well by like doing small favors for people, like acts of service and stuff. That's your way in. For others of you, let's say you were a boss, it is getting to know your employees. That would make it a lot better, because there's something about, for this group, it's like you could make people like happy to do more for you. And sorry, I really feel like it's because of the Lovers. So I don't know if it's like the people you work with or for or whatever are really like unique or something like that. Or some of you guys is that you work with like codependent people, or you work with people that need like a friend. They are looking for like someone that is a friend, someone who also is reliable as well. So as long as you provide one of those, that's your way in, or that's your way to keep on the trajectory that you want to be on, it feels like. You're very close to achieving your goal and nothing is yet set in stone. So I also feel like for this group, what you should realize is that even if you leave an impression in the beginning, you still have a lot of leeway, it feels like, because you're a likable person. Yeah, so there are some people, they go into an interview or they work at a job and maybe they do something and it creates like a little like ripple effect or drama or whatever, and that's just it for them. They have to work somewhere else. It's not going to get better for them. And then there are some people where they do something and it's the way that you react, the way you handle it, or the way that you learn from it, for some of you guys, or move forward from it, that actually creates or makes all the difference. I also feel like for the Ace of Swords, something that you guys might not realize is that your way of communicating is not always the best for some people that are looking for a little bit more like friendly and fun. So let's say you're not one for small talk. Let's say you expect for people to already know something or whatever, that you already know or whatever. It could be the way that you relay certain information. I really feel like it depends on who I'm talking to, because there's some people in this group where you, I don't know if it's like you're in a position of power, or it's that you have power over people because of how they feel for you. Because it feels like you are admired, but you're also respected. Like these are your most leverageable traits. So even if you're having an off day, it really doesn't matter, because I feel like if you get people to respect you, or if you get people on your side, they'll be like, oh, well, they're probably doing this because they have this going on. Like they'll make it, I don't want to say they make excuses for you, but they would accommodate. It feels like accommodate or something like that. I feel like for this group, I don't know why, but maybe people like kind of treat you like you have all the answers or something, or like you should. But it feels more friendly. Like why is it coming through like in this group? If your coworkers don't like you, you're doing something wrong. If your bosses don't like you, or if you're the boss, then obviously it'd be your employees or whatever. If the people that you are working with don't like you, then you are doing something wrong. And I also feel like for this group, like I didn't say this before, but if you're not working with anybody, like if on your day-to-day basis you don't interact with anybody for your work, and you're fine with your job, but you'd like to make more money, or maybe there's something different that you want, I feel like interacting with people more would actually be better for you. For some reason, you may not realize it, but you're a very likable person in this group. Like people want to like from you, people want to learn from you, people want to listen to you, people want to interact with you, and for the long term. So that's another thing too in this group. Let's say you change groups a lot, or you change companies a lot, you change work a lot, or every now and again you talk to people, but you don't do it consistently. You don't make an effort consistently to like form those relationships and create that like bond. Then that's as soon as you change that, that's when you would get what it is that you're looking for. Some of you guys, I don't know, it's hard to tell what it is that you're looking for, because I feel like for some of you guys, you completely want to transform your work life all together. Like some of you guys, you're completely done with the place that you're working at, or the career path that you're on, or whatever. Like you don't want to do it anymore, because I'm seeing the coffin card here. For others of you, the reason why you're done with it is because you feel like you don't have enough room to be the independent, mature person that you are. So let me say right now, if you are feeling underestimated in the place or the career path or whatever that you're working in right now, by your colleagues, by your boss, by whoever, then it's not the place for you, because your most leverageable trait, like I said earlier, is, especially for the King of Pentacles to be coming out twice, is that this is who you are. But on top of that, you're also the lovers. So not only do you bring a lot to the table, but you actually bring a lot to the table as a person too. So like there's some people, they would be really great person when it comes to a job, but their employees don't necessarily like them, or their coworkers don't necessarily like them. You know how sometimes you can go to a McDonald's, or you can go to this food place or whatever. Yeah, they made you the food. Yeah, they gave it to you, but your waiter wasn't like the best waiter you ever had. Your person that worked on your car didn't, also leave you an air freshener. Like there are certain things that I feel like some of you guys might bring to the table that maybe to you this is just like regular things, but there's some people that don't do those things. And on top of that, for people to actually like you, or be able to actually like you, it's like you need to hone in on that more too. That's like that's your pocket. Like that's the sweet spot for you. So happy as I say that, look, happy. So that's what I was talking about earlier, is that people like you. Like people like you in this group. I don't know why it seems like I have to repeat that to you so many times. Like why does it seem like I have to repeat this to you so many times? I also feel like for some of you guys, you may not want to admit this, especially, I don't know why, but people not only like you, but I feel like they might fall for you too. And you have a lot of people that crush on you. Like the people you work with, they crush on you. So, and the reason why I'm saying you might not want to hear it, because it feels like it could literally be anybody. It could be married people. It could be older people. It could be people that want to like you, but maybe they feel like they can't because someone that they know doesn't like you. Like it doesn't matter how you look at it. People like you, even if they're not supposed to like you, even if they feel like they're not supposed to, even if they feel like they're not supposed to like you as much as they do, or they shouldn't be making as many excuses or whatever as they do for you. It doesn't matter. I feel like in this group, you can slack off as much as you wanted, as long as you maintain those relationships. So, tell me about the happy. I love that this card came out for you though. Happy. So the number 9, or 26 can be significant here. The number 3, 6, 1, or 8. I don't know if those numbers are significant to anyone here. That could be a phone number. That could be an address. That could be a birth date. 9 of Swords. Look, and I just said 9. Didn't I just say 9? Wait, did I say 9 or did I say 8? I don't know. I think I said 8. Oh, interesting, because we have the number 8 here on the coffin card as well. The number 8. So I don't know why I wanted to say Scorpio just now. The signs that have been coming through is Scorpio, Taurus, Gemini. Came through so strong for this one. I didn't say that for any of the other groups. I really don't want you to take that and like take it, because I am getting strong Earth too. But I really feel like this is more so the qualities of those specific signs you also embody. I don't know how, but okay, 9 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like okay. Oh, look, Queen of Swords. Yeah, some of you guys you might have been drawn to more than one group, because it's interesting because the other group got the Queen of Swords. They also got the 8 of Swords, which is similar energy but for different reasons. Okay. Let's get one more. It says separation here. Separation and decision for what you want. Some of you guys, let's say you are a boss. Maybe you would like to have maybe you would like to feel like you could take time away without everything falling to shit. And the way that you can get that to happen is by actually making the people that you are supposed to be relying on or working with like you. When someone likes you, they'll do what they have to do. Trust me. Okay, let's get one more. Ooh, I think that's the Emperor. Yeah, look, the Emperor. Ooh, child. Okay, let's get one more. Let's get one more. And we'll put that one for the bottom, actually. These are 2, so I'm not going to take it. Individual card, please. To clarify this, happy. Okay, so we got the 2 of Swords. Interesting, because another group did get the 2 of Swords, but that was for their issue. That was the issue. Okay. Happy. Number 26. 23 also came through, and the number 5. So I don't know if that's like a sign number. I did take 6 earlier. The 6th sign is Virgo, but the number 6 major arcana is the card for Gemini. So I don't know why that was coming through as well. 9 of Swords to the Queen of Swords. 9 plus 2 is 11. So that's really giving like connections to me. I don't know why the connections are coming through so strong. So now's the time for you to take pride in your accomplishments. So let's say some of you guys, you have actually accomplished things. It could even be that you guys don't realize it, but people could speak more positively about you than you think. So let's say you left a job and you thought that job didn't actually like you as much, or they wouldn't leave you a good reference, or even that those people there wouldn't. I don't know. I'm trying to keep this open because, like some people are self-employed. I try to keep myself employed and like searching for employment readings like for Patreon and stuff, because 1, they're like more interactive, and 2, I'm not trying to read for like a big ass collective. It's like definitely a smaller group, but and it leaves more room as well for you guys to interact and like comment if you feel the need to without like other people that you don't know being there, but I really like this happy card. Like, to me, this is like one of the purest cards in this deck for me. Interesting. I don't know if anybody here has ever seen this deck before, but there's actually an event next weekend. I think it's next weekend. I have to look at the date, but I'm pretty sure it's next weekend, for the lady that created this deck. She's actually doing like a 3-day seminar to talk about the meanings behind these cards and stuff from her perspective, like why they created it and stuff. So if you guys want to join, they might want to look it up. This deck is called Wisdom of the Oracle. But anyway, I digress. Happy. Yeah, this is all about like being happy with the results of your own efforts and your creativity. And I feel like you guys put a lot of effort into your situations. And I feel like the creative part for you is the way that you can make pretty much anybody like you. Without even really having to do too much. I don't know how you do this, but it does feel like this is a skill. Like this is a skill. Some of you guys, this is a skill that you don't realize you have, because for you focus more on like other things. I don't know. Like maybe in this group, the reason why you don't realize it's a skill is because you don't care if people like you, or that's not what you focus on when you get a job done. But it makes all the difference for you. It makes all the difference. I also heard in this group, you could do something really tiny for somebody and they would come back and do a lot more for you simply because you did that. And because they respect you and they already view you to be somebody that has a lot on your plate or is like really busy. So what I mean by that is like you could hold the door open for somebody and now all of a sudden they want to give you $5. Like, And you may not have expected that, but they'll do more if you do even the littlest bit, because they don't expect. I feel like people don't expect anything from me, but they want it because it's you. I don't know how to explain this, but I hope that's like making sense. I'm sensing just like a lot of gratitude for you in this group. Like the other group was kind of like the dependability, but for this one, it was like, even like I said earlier, even if you weren't somebody that people could depend on, they would still like you. Yeah, there's like a lot of joy and contentment. So if you're not feeling that with the work that you're doing right now, if you don't feel like the people that you work with right now actually really enjoy you, or like, it's like good vibes, then you're in the wrong place. And if you're not feeling like that, like, I don't want to say this and like sound a certain type of way, but if you're not feeling like that all the time, then you're in the wrong place. Like some people where it's like the job's not perfect, but yeah, cool. No, in this group with the happy, 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 this is like, yo, everything is like working. Like this is great. Like this is a good match for the Lovers card to be coming out. This is a good match. You're a good match for pretty much anywhere. So you can make any place work for you. You can make any situation or any coupling partnership or whatever work for you. You don't have to. Obviously, you can go somewhere else and deal with less stress if you wanted to. Because I am feeling like for some people here, you could be battling a decision on doing what actually makes you happy, especially if that what's that word, means that you would have to walk away or be sad. For some of you guys, I don't know if there is like mental illness or a sickness or something going on right now, so you do literally need to take time away, but I think that's only for like a small selected people. Okay, so yeah, if that resonated, please give it a like and come back for another one on my channel. We're gonna get started now with pile number 3 in a few moments as soon as I pick up all of these cards. But yeah, this was another good message to deliver, especially because you got the cards that literally are not only just like my work cards, but also like of actually enjoying things, like happy, 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 and being very close to achieving your goals. So whatever it is that you've been looking for, that you've been wanting, I really do feel like you can get it. Now, let's say some of you guys, your work is fine, but you are looking to, I don't know, like get a little something extra, like I don't know. Some people, weirdly enough, I was like, I just heard that some people, your work is fine, but that you like somebody at your job or something like that. But okay, let's move on now to the next group, which is going to be pile number 3. Okay, so I'm going to put the timestamp in the chat. So again, give me 1 second, guys, to type that for the people that join in. And so I know how to change it in the description box later. Okay, pile 3. Pile number 3. Okay, here we go. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. We're going to be getting you the career messages that you have been looking for. So the first card is Cross, which is the 6 of Wands in this deck. It has a different meaning than the typical 6 of Wands, but we'll talk about that in a second. And then we have 21, Mountain. It was number 36 on this card here. So the number 6, 9, or 3 could even be significant. Again, this Mountain card is the number 21, and this is the 8 of Wands in this deck. So a lot of Wands energy coming through. I heard there's something happening quickly, or you've been wishing for something to happen quicker because there have been a lot of obstacles. For some of you guys, I don't know if it's that you almost wish time would slow down. I don't know if it's that you have like a really stressful job or you have like a lot of things that you have to do all at once. I am going to try to see who's watching right now, like if you're employed or unemployed, but so far it's been giving that the viewers have been employed. Meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. But if that's not your situation, then that's okay to take what is yours and leave what isn't. Use your own discernment. Emotions are running high. Supermoon. Okay, I don't know if there's like something else going on in your life though for this group. I don't know if you have something else going on as well as your work life right now. The Hanged One. This is who you are. Okay, so it takes you a minute in this group. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I heard take your time. Yeah, in this group, the less you force things, the better. 2 Wands. And the braver you are, the better as well. I heard chill as well. What's that about? Chill and brave. Meditate and contemplate. Emotions are running high. Some of you guys, I don't know if it's like you get impulsive, you make impulsive decisions when it comes to the work that you do, but it's weird because some of you guys, the thing that's coming through is that you have two different sides to you. So whatever it is that you do for work should allow you to embody both. Because I don't know if I'm speaking to two different groups of people or that you guys literally have two different sides to you. Because to me, the Hanged One and the Queen of Pentacles is giving like opposites. So some of you guys, you have two different energies to you depending on how you feel. So I don't know. Some of you guys, you deserve. I heard deserve. Some of you guys, you deserve to have a job where you can do what you want based off of how you feel. So for some of you guys, that is quite literally being self-employed. For others of you, it is having a job that has a changing nature to it. Let me see. The Ace of Cups. Wow, the Ace of Cups. And the Ten of Pentacles. So this was the issues. This was the issue? I don't know if some of you guys are having like relationship problems and that affects your job. Unbeknownst to you, I heard. Okay, so I don't know if someone here is in a shitty relationship or you put a lot of energy into your family, your children, or something like that. Your pets. I don't know. Some of you guys, I don't know if it's that you're like overburdened or what you want has changed. Like, so there was a different group where what they wanted changed, but I think it was more so like they were fine where they were in the right industry, but like they had to change their mentality. But I don't know if it's like something about this group where it's like something has already changed for you. I'm trying to figure out what it is though. The card you chose in addition to this is community. Community. Tell me about the issues. Why is the Ace of Cups here? Some of you guys, I don't know. Let me figure it out. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. Emotions are running high. With meditate and contemplate. I don't know if it's that some of you guys, you fell in love. I don't know if it's that you fell in love and so maybe there's less emphasis on your career now than there used to be. And for others of you, I'm trying to figure out who you are. Like, why is it so hard to figure out who you are? I'm trying to figure out who I'm talking to so I can figure out how to give you this message. Tell me about the Hanged One. Why is the viewer showing up as the Hanged One? And what are the skills that they can leverage? Eight of Cups. Oh, some of you guys, you're really like, you're really like, I don't give a fuck attitude. You have, some of you guys, you do have a vibe too where it's like you're not as, is that a front though? Some of you guys, it's a front though. Oh, that could be what it is. It's like some of you guys, I don't know what job it is that you do, but I don't know if it's like putting your emotions on the back burner or not making a big deal out of your feelings is your best. Why does it feel like skill though? Like it feels like a choice, like you do this actively, not in words. Some of you guys, you have like killer instincts. That's one of your most, ooh. I don't know, I might have misspoke just now. Because there are other people here where they're like extremely emotional. Like almost like 0 to 100. Oh, is that why I was hearing you have two sides to you? Like 0 to 100. So how can you leverage this in your job, in your career? I feel like for the athletes here, that could be what it is. Some of you guys, maybe it's that you meant to be doing something that has some sort of like physical outlet. For others of you, Queen of Pentacles. I don't know if it's that you're good with money. Like you have a good instinct when it comes to money. For some people here, if it has nothing to do with the money, it's your... the way people trust you. Some of you guys, people trust you. Your ability to get people to trust you. What do you do for work where you have to get people to trust you? Tell me about the two wands. Tell me more about the two wands. Are they decisive? Knight of Cups. Oh, you're a genuine person. Oh, okay. So that's one of your most leverageable skills is how genuine you are. Okay. Oh, that's really nice, actually. You're genuine, but I feel like you're also honest. Okay. Yeah, some of you guys, it's like you were like raised the right way. I don't know. It's like I heard universal truth. Like some of you guys, you're really like tapped in, and this is your skill. Look, 7 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. 7 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I don't know if this is my group of like spiritual people, but like people that could make a living off of it. I was wondering if I would get a group like this, but for others of you, it has nothing to do with spirituality, but everything to do with how you fare in groups. I don't know. I could see this being a group of people where you actually do work on your own. Like you actually do. I don't know if it's that you work from home or you have like other people that do parts of your job for you. You might benefit from something like that. I don't know. I also heard something about like a planning and like organization. I don't know if it's that is an obstacle for you, like time management or planning. So that could be simply because you need to delegate your task more, or because what it is that you do for work entails some sort of like quick on your feet, spur of the moment sort of like energy. Like for example, some people work at a restaurant, so their ability to be quick on their feet is helpful in that way. But I'm trying to figure out why your like genuine nature is one of your most leverageable. For some of you guys, it's the fact that you are nice from the jump, or you are a respectable person from the jump, or that you don't mind making the first move to build a relationship or to start something. Why is that coming through for the Nine of Cups? I'm trying to figure out if this is like compassion. Some of you guys, it's like you're a compassionate person. I'm seeing a lot of compassion and like unconditional like love and acceptance for this group, but also like you don't enable people either. Like you're very honest and like upfront as well, or direct. Some of you guys is that you're direct. You get a thought about what the right thing to do is you do it. Some of you guys, you're very solution oriented. Like you give people solutions, but you give them solutions that work for them. So that's why the compassionate part is. Some of you guys, you're like brave enough to do or say that thing that other people don't want to do, but for a bigger cause. So I don't know if it's like you're supposed to be doing a job that's like more niche, or definitely not a job that anybody could do. Something about your job seems, I don't know if it's like emotionally taxing. The job that you're supposed to be doing, like emotionally taxing or something. Why though? Some of you guys, you might be like a good writer or something like that. Try to understand you more, because I feel like there's some people here where you have like watery energy. I don't know if it's like water energy or water houses. So your expression of these traits is more of like a dreamy. I'm trying to figure out why it feels like people feel an emotional connection or attachment to you. Like there was another group where people like them. In this group, it almost feels like, I don't know if it's like a reliant or what. But that's the issue. Some of you guys, that's what the issue is with the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Some of you guys, the issue is that maybe work is fine, but that you now want a family now, or now you want love, or Ace of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles. Some of you guys, it's the amount of money is the issue. Some of you guys, the issue is that you're caught between your head and your heart, or what other people want you to do for your job compared to what you would actually love to do. Oh, that could be what it is. Oh, for some of you guys, that's what it is that there is something that you're doing right now, and maybe you're good at it, but your heart's not in it. But maybe your family wants you to do it, or some of you guys, I don't know if you're like caught in like a contract, or it's not easy for you to leave the place that you're working at, or the field that you're in, or something. Meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. It also says super moon on here. I feel like for some of you guys, your biggest skill to leverage, or like the best skill for you to leverage, is how easy you make certain things look. Like you'd be really good at doing things, and you could damn well be difficult, but you make it look easy. Some of you guys, it's the fact that you don't complain unless it's like 100% necessary. So when you keep it real, you really do keep it real. Sometimes you can not care or be a little bit more, I don't even want to call this understanding. It feels more like not my problem. I'm not going to get in between this. I'm not going to get in the middle. And other times, some of you guys are so compassionate that you take the initiative to do things. So I feel like it's like the blend that you have. Some of you guys, I don't know if it's like you would be like, I don't want to say that and like offend anybody, but some of you guys, I don't know if it's that you're meant to be like a parent or something. Or it's like I'm not seeing any like pages coming out, but I don't know if that's like I heard stay at home, but I don't know. A big part of this feels like people could benefit from you. Like people benefit from you. For you to be getting the community card, it feels like people could benefit from someone like this. Some of you guys, I don't know if you would work well doing like nonprofit work. For others of you, I'm trying to figure out what the issue is behind this Ten of Pentacles. Like, why is there an issue with the Ten of Pentacles? This feels positive. This was positive. So I'm trying to figure out why you were drawn to a career reading. Like, were you drawn to it because you want to know if you're in the right place, but you feel like you are? Were you watching this because you like the image? Like, why did you choose this group? Tell me about the Ace of Cups. What was the issue? What is the issue? Some of you guys, it's like a current issue. Maybe it's an issue that you feel like that can be solved. Like, I don't know. I just saw the Page of Pentacles. Does somebody have a child? Or like, why does it feel like a tiny something? Ace of Wands. Oh, Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands. It feels like a bit stifled. Is that what it is? Maybe there's not a lot of freedom. Ace of Wands to the Ace of Cups. Ace of Wands to the Ace of Cups. For the issue. Maybe some of you guys, this is just new. Like, I don't know if it's something that you're doing is like new. So that's why you want to know if you're on the right path. But for the Ten of Pentacles to be here, though, for some of you guys, it's the exact opposite. That what you've been doing for a long time. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. Two of Cups. I think that's why I said some of you guys, you might have just fallen in love or something. I keep hearing this song. It goes, I'm going through changes. So I don't know if someone's going through changes. Five of Swords. Like the things that you are valuing are changing. The Empress. Ooh, the Empress. Okay, so that's what it is. I feel like in this group you're meant to be like self-employed. Self-employed with like inheritance or something. Some of you guys, I don't know if it's like you like marry rich. Or there's like that one deal or something that. This is so interesting to me for you to choose community though. What is it that you want? I don't know if some of you guys do something that is more like monetary or like money related, family. I heard money, family. I also heard, I don't know what the Knight of Cups is about. I really don't. I don't know if it's like food or something, but and I also heard mourning. So I don't know. I don't know what that's about. But it feels like for some of you guys, what you want is something where like your faith is in it a little bit more. Like, I don't know if it's like you completely want to switch gears. Because I'm seeing religious. It says religious on this card. And it says big problem. Some of you guys in this group, the issue is that you don't know how to sit still. Like your issue is that you don't know how to sit still. Because I'm trying to figure out why you got the card. It says emotions are running high. Meditate and contemplate. So it could even be that the advice here is that you're thinking that there are issues when there aren't issues. For others of you, I don't know if you were just bored and you clicked on this. The Lovers to the Queen of Wands. Someone wants to talk to you in this group. I don't know if it's like your partner. Someone interested in you. Some of you guys, that could be the message here, is that someone that you work with or that you met through work or something is interested in you. So this is not a love reading, but for some reason that just came through. It could be in passing. I heard in passing. Five of Pentacles. Ooh, some of you guys, it's just the money. Some of you guys, it's the money or your health. Your emotional health. You could have an issue with somebody that you work with or something like that, and that's what the issue is that you simply need to work it out. It's something emotional. It's like an emotional block in your career. It has nothing to do with something that can't be fixed. For the Two of Cups to be coming through. Three of Pentacles, yeah. Three of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles. Some of you guys, I don't know if it's that you feel like you don't have a lot of support sometimes. Five of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles. I feel like that's what you're meant to be doing for your job, though.
Definitely some support, but it feels more like listen to me sort of support. Seven of Swords. Some of you guys, I don't know if you would be like a good investor. I heard flipping. Some of you guys, I don't know if it's like real estate, renovation, interior design. I heard something about design just came through. I definitely feel like this is the group of people where you could have any sort of career, because what really might benefit from you is like having more responsibility. I don't know. It's like someone in this group needs something that is like their baby, like like work that is passionate, like work that they're passionate about. I don't know if the work that you do is like something you're really passionate about right now, or risque. Queen of Swords to the Ten of Swords. Queen of Swords to Ten of Swords. Okay. Tell me about the community card. The number 8 is coming through here. I heard intensity, but I also heard quickness. I don't know if it's like something about what you're doing right now is like slow paced, or something. I'm hearing it's one or the other. So either what you're doing right now is slow paced and you need something more quick, or it's too quick for you and you need something more chill. But I guess it depends on what job you have. So we have 2 more. So let's talk about this community card and see what comes through. The community card talks about like a sense of belonging and like a sense of family or friendship even, and feeling like you matter, like the work you do matters. So that could be what it is. That could be what the problem is that you're a super like passionate and like emotional person, and the work that you should be doing should be something that matters. So interesting, because I can't remember who it was, but there was somebody that came on the channel a couple of months ago, and I think they had commented how they were like thinking of moving to like social work or something like that for their career. It just reminded me of that. This reading was just reminding me of that because of like the part about like that sense of belonging. Hmm. I heard family as well. I don't know if it's like a retreat or something. Like I don't know. Some of you guys is like you should be doing something a little bit like more low key, but like something that you care about. Something that inspires you. You should definitely be doing work that makes you feel inspired. That could inspire other people. And that can be in many ways. There's so many ways that you can feel inspired. Like you can be inspired by I don't even want to get into that. I don't even want to get into that, but I don't know. This feels really nice. This feels really nice. I would love for some of you guys to like go to my website and hit the like client profile or the contact me part and just like comment, be like, oh, I watched the career reading and this is the group I chose and blah blah blah, and tell me your situation, because this one is like a doozy. This one is like I feel like there's so many different types of people in this one for sure. This particular card, this community card, also talks about how no matter your position in whatever group or place of business or whatever, or job, whatever, your presence is needed. So there was another group that had a similar message where I was like, what you're doing leaves an impact. So you might have been drawn to more than one group, but I was getting that with the 5 of Pentacles. For whatever reason, this could be charity for some of you guys. This could be 7 of Swords though. There's something about like risk. For others of you guys, I heard criminal justice. Weirdly enough, I heard criminal justice. I don't know why I'm laughing at that, but it's not criminal justice. I don't know if it's like research or like investigative. There's something like hands-on here coming through. Hands-on, but like passion. And I feel like it really is something that almost makes the world like a better place, like something that you could be doing that could make the world a better place. But there's so many ways that people can do that. Like sometimes you make the world a better place by just being a good person. You know what I mean? And not making shit difficult for other people. So that's why I was hearing low-key. It really doesn't matter what you do, but I do feel like wherever it is that you are, you should be feeling like the people that you work with are like family to you. There's something here about like you should be feeling safe emotionally. Because why does it feel like the money or whatever is not really what the issue is? It's about like the love or the something else. Maybe that's what you don't quite have, is like it's like some people, they have coworkers and some of their coworkers are like their best friend. Or some people have someone they worked with a long time ago and every now and again they still talk or whatever. I feel like I don't know if the people watching this group, if you really have that, but Now the community card also talks about like a learning community and education. So I don't know if that's what it is, some of you guys. It could, for some of you guys, it could be that you want to go back to school. But I wasn't getting that for a lot of people, though. I really wasn't getting that. There was another group that got the Eight of Pentacles, and I could see education coming through for them. But I'm not saying that's not your path. But I also heard something about like not compromising your integrity for the work that you do. So that's important. And I was seeing that for the Seven of Swords. So for some of you guys, I don't know if it's that you don't have the best coworkers or you don't have the best colleagues or whatever, or your boss is shady, or you like the work that you do, but the company you work at is like a certain type of way. Obviously, if you don't work at a company, then take what is yours and leave what isn't. But there's just something about like her difference. Also heard indifference too. So sometimes when people work or do something that they've been doing for such a long time, they just start to feel indifferent about the job that they do. But I guess I guess that's why I was hearing something about like needing something that is changing or has like a different pace to it. So some of you guys, what it could be is that maybe you want to look into, oh, I don't know why I just got this like funny example, but you know, there are like those things that you can take online that like help you figure out your best traits and stuff, or your best like skills in a place of work. They're like quizzes and things like that you could take online. Some of you guys, you might want to take one of those, because I don't know if it's that you have these like hidden talents even to yourself that you might be able to use. There was another group where it was like they had something that was one of their biggest skills and talents that they didn't even realize they had. They didn't even realize other people saw this in them and liked them for that skill or that talent. But it feels like for this one, there are like even more things that you will uncover about yourself. So I don't know. Some of you guys, you're like an ever learning, ever changing person. So you should be following a career path that allows something like that. Some of you guys, what's really important is not choosing a job that like compromises your faith or your love or your relationship. Like family and love should not be compromised for the job that you do. So if what you do right now doesn't give you enough time to take care of this family member or see this person or whatever, then it's not the job for you. There was another group where it was about like the self-care. Like the self-care was compromised. In this group, it's about the connections. So again, if you don't have any, that's how you know that you might need a little bit of change, because this sense of community is the biggest part here. That sense of community, that sense of safety. And I also heard swing wider. Hmm. Hmm. And I heard authenticity. So you should be able to be your full authentic self at or doing what it is that you do. So let's say, you know how like some people when they're a lawyer, they can't be themselves as a lawyer. They have to be a little harder, or they have to, you know, focus on this, but they don't get to talk about their own interests. And then other people, they do a job where they get to be themselves, or they get to wear that outfit or eat this thing or whatever, you know. So there's something about authenticity coming through here for this group. I would think this group in pile number one were definitely the longest readings, but I think there's a reason for that. Wow. So yeah, if that resonated, give it a like and come back for another one on my channel. Definitely bookmark this reading for this group, pile number three. You should definitely bookmark this one, because I don't know why it feels like you guys might want to come back to this later. But I don't know if you'll be watching the same group when you come back later. You might watch a different one later. But okay. Yeah, in this group, I could definitely see this being like a group of people that are in like a transition period, like whether that means you just finished classes and you're looking for a new position, you're up for a promotion, you know you want to change your field, but you just don't know where yet. You just had a child and you're coming back out. Like I could definitely see this being a group of people where you're in like a transition period, or you could be if you really wanted to. Okay, so yeah, it just sounds like so much potential for this group. All right, let's move on to the next group, which is going to be pile number 4. I'm going to put the timestamp in the chat in just a moment. Pile number 4. And we're going to start you guys at 1:19:30. So you have about 30 seconds before we start the next group. I'm going to get a sip of water because I've been talking for like an hour and a half straight. And then we're going to get started with you guys in a moment. Okay, here we go. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for joining. Today we're doing a career reading to see what messages Spirit has for you in regards to whether or not you're on the right path with your job or whatever it is that you're doing. If you're unemployed or anything like that, you might want to take the messages as they resonate or join Patreon, because we do more readings for self-employed and unemployed people on that one, because those are more like specific situations. But we did our community poll, and this was one of the readings that was voted to do next. So I'm doing it for you guys. So here we go. First card is for pile number 3. Or wait, is this pile number 4? Yeah. Pile number 4 is the house card. So this is the King of Cups in this particular deck. And the bottom of the deck was the 7 of Cups, which is the tree card. So the numbers 4 and 5 could be significant here. The number 9 as well came through. A new start is coming. New moon and waxing moon. The energy is gaining momentum. I heard birds of a feather flock together. I don't know why I just heard that. I'm hearing a lot of music for this group too, so I don't know if it's something about like music for what you could be good at. I don't know if it's music or something about creativity, but what I really heard was self-expression. But let me see what else comes out for your cards. 4 of Pentacles. I heard homebody. 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. Damn, 4 of Pentacles to 4 of Cups. 10 of Wands. I don't know why I keep hearing all these sayings. Sometimes when I do readings, I hear this one song, and it's this lyric, and he says, "I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit." I don't know why I'm hearing that for this group. The Death card. Ooh, wow. And the Page of Cups. Oh, I feel bad for this group, because I feel like you could do a lot, and the issue is that you are not appreciated where it is that you work or doing what it is that you do. You're not appreciated, you're not valued, and you're probably underestimated. Some of you guys, the place where you're working is never going to change. Things are not going to change where you're at right now, so you're doing a lot, but to no avail. For others of you, it's the exact opposite, where you're like lazy, but I don't feel like that's for like majority of the people here. Some of you guys, it's not that you're lazy, but that you're like depressed and like overworked or like stressed or whatever. So your worth ethic or whatever, or your career right now is impacted by that. For some of you guys, it could be a new start is coming, and the energy is gaining momentum. What it is that you want. Family and comfort and privacy. It feels like for this group, you don't want to work at all. Like some people, like if they never had to work a day in their life for the rest of their life, it might be hard for them because they need a purpose, they need something to do. But it feels like in this group, you might be comfortable not doing shit at all. Like just living like a very like comfortable, low-key life, like really like not doing anything. But it could be that you have to do certain things to get to a point where you can do that. I don't know what this means. I don't know if it's that you want to be like a at home something. Like, some people like stay at home parents, stay home, whatever. For others of you, I don't know if it's quite literally that you are, like I said earlier, going through something. So it's like you don't have a lot of energy or effort that you want to put into pretty much anything at all. Like you don't want to do anything. It's like one or the other. Go the distance. Take what is yours and leave what isn't, and know that sometimes these messages don't sound anything like you because you chose the wrong group. So if it doesn't sound anything like you, then try a different card or try a different path. But Knight of Wands to the Tower, yeah. I don't know if someone in this group got fired. The Tower. A new start is coming with the new moon. Wow. So I don't know if anyone here is like familiar with like new moon or the moon phases, but like new moon talks about like how doors are opening up for you. It's like really this, like in the name of new energy. So I'm wondering what the new start is for this group. Like, what is your new start? Spirit, what is it? New moon cards talk about opportunities. They talk about doors opening up and sometimes suggestions for how you can manifest your true potential or your true desires. And this card didn't come out in a specific sign, so it's not saying that there's a specific energy coming through. Let me see if I can clarify, actually. Let me see if a zodiac sign comes out in connection. What's this new start? Judgment. Okay, Scorpionic, Pluto energy coming through here. Why does this feel so deep? Some of you guys, what your biggest quality that you can leverage is, I heard some of you guys, it's your story. For others of you, it's your background. So there was like another group where they were or could be successful because of how likable they were. In this group, I really feel like it's the opposite. In this group, it's the opposite. It's the fact that when people meet you, they try to find an issue with you. They try to find a problem with you. So that could be anything. That could be, oh, it'd be too much of a struggle to get to know them. It could be too much of a struggle to accommodate their needs, especially if they have like a disability or something. For others of you, it's the fact that they don't know how to read you emotionally, so there's no way to manipulate you. For others of you, it's the fact that you don't necessarily need this job or need that place. These are your leverageable skills. So I don't know what it is. For some of you guys, it's because of the life that you lived. Like, I don't know if you had like a rough upbringing or whatever. I'm with the Four of Pentacles. This group is so different than all the other ones. It feels a little somber, not gonna lie. Ten of Pentacles. It's the Four of Pentacles. Some of you guys, why am I hearing that somebody here wants to be left alone? Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. Some of you guys, you're either rich right now or you're going to be. Some of you guys, I don't know if it's that you're greedy or you want what you want when you want it. Ten of Pentacles to the Four of Pentacles. Some of you guys, you're extremely frugal. So you could be doing something with finances. For others of you, you could be doing something when it comes to exercise or working. I could definitely see somebody doing here something physical here. Seven of Wands to the Emperor. Like, I don't know if you're like a coach or bodybuilder, wrestler, fighter. I'm also seeing a lot of money though. So I feel like for some of you guys, what your biggest leverageable trait when it comes to your career and your life path, this is how you're able to attract money. Some of you guys, you're able to attract money. I heard everything I touch turns to gold. Tell me about the Four of Cups. Why is this here? I don't know if someone here has a little bit of a spunk to them. Like, I don't know if they're like a little rough around the edges. So, like, what I mean by that is, like, there are some people where they are rough around the edges. They don't care the impression they leave. They don't care what anybody thinks of them. If they're aggressive, that's who they're going to be. But it works for them because for their job, they have to deal with convicts. Or for their job, they have to do customer service with assholes at Walmart all day. So it really doesn't matter what it is that you want to do for your job. But if you are somebody that has I don't want to say this and offend anybody, but you have like a little bit of up your ass, or you're even impulsive, or you have a temper, or you understand people like that, that is your way in. Why is the Page of Pentacles coming through? Some of you guys, you were mature from a very young age. So there are certain things that you don't care about. You don't care about certain things like other people do. Six of Pentacles to the Queen of Swords. I heard mutual exchange. Energy exchange. I could see somebody here doing Reiki. Weirdly enough, that just came through. Tell me about the Four of Cups for the viewer. Describe them to me. Some of you guys might want to go and watch one of my readings. How would a tarot reader describe you? Might want to watch that. That's in the timeless playlist below. Four of Cups. Tell me about the Four of Cups. Why is this here for the viewer? Six of Swords. You're very solution oriented. I feel like in this group you don't stress a lot. It's either you stress a lot or you don't stress at all. Like, you can manage a lot, you can handle a lot. You're very strong in this group. Some of you guys, you're physically strong. For others of you, it's like mental and emotional. So these are your best traits, because I don't know if it's that you, I don't know if it's like a high paced environment or something. Ten of Wands, Seven of Cups to the Queen of Wands. And the Chariot. Yeah, didn't I say it's like fast paced or something like that? And here's the Chariot on the bottom of it. I feel like in this group you're really some of you guys are really well rounded. For others of you, you are logical and emotional. So the balance of both. Some of you guys. I'm seeing with the Queen of Wands, this is like charisma as well. Some of you guys are very charismatic. You're like a take me or leave me, big personality sort of person. So some of you guys, that could be what it is. You make a lot of money based off of your personality alone, whether that is writing a memoir, having a TV show made about you, vlogging. It really doesn't matter. I feel like a lot of people want to like experience something like this because you seem like somebody that does not change yourself for anyone. So I'm trying to figure out what type of jobs like where that's like beneficial. This could be modeling. I mean, this could be so much. This could be so much. I don't know why I heard somebody say travel agent. I'm trying to keep things open, but I don't want to sit here and guess all the 80 million different types of jobs. I mean, like, think about this realistically. This is general readings. There's so many different types of jobs, but I don't know why I feel like in this group, your most leverageable trait is your personality, but it's also why people underestimate you or why you may have had some difficulties in your career up until this point as well. So I don't know if it's that being in the right place is the most important thing for this group. Some of you guys, you could do good in the sex field. So I don't know if this is like filming, OnlyFans. Some of you guys, I heard cooking, like a chef. Oh, that could be what it is. Because I am getting like a sensual energy from someone here in this group. I don't know if it's that your stubbornness is like really. I don't know if it's stubbornness or patience. Like the fact that you don't stress. It's really difficult because there are some people here that stress a lot. That is their personality. But I feel like majority of people here is kind of like, I'm not going to get out of my body. I'm not going to stress for you. So I don't know why that's important. I don't know why that's important. It says a new start is coming. So for some of you guys, I don't know if it's that you're completely going to change your field. For others of you, the new start is coming because you have been putting a lot of effort into like a new business deal, a new venture, a new investment. Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you really aren't what people want to assume you are. And that's one of your most leverageable traits. So, that's what it is. It's the intrigue. It's the intrigue for this group. So, you know, it's like some people, they're like, oh my God, maybe I shouldn't hire this person. I don't know that. I don't know how it's going to turn out. But it's the fact that they want to know how it's going to turn out. If they hire that person, that's you. That's you. They don't know if you're going to care. They don't know if they will. They don't know if you're. And again, you could be working for yourself. You could do anything for a career. But I feel like what really is your most leverageable trait is the fact that there's like this sense of, I don't know, but I want to find out with this person. I don't know if this new company is going to work, but I'm going to hire this person to see if it's going to work. So I don't know, somebody could hire you in a situation where, I don't know why I keep saying hire though, because you seem somebody you could already be employed, but Judgment to the 10 of Pentacles. There's a lot of maturity coming through here as well. It's like maturity and fun. So some of you guys, that is the type of boss that you could be if you wanted to be a boss. It's like someone who's mature but also fun. The one who's underestimated, but then you actually turn out to be the best of the best. I don't know, it's like some of you guys, I don't know if it's like you make people jealous too. So it's like a motivation. I don't know. I also heard competition. So I don't know if some of you guys could do something good with the competition. For this reading, it's like coming through that I should give you advice for certain fields or whatever that you might do well in, and I'm not sure why. I think it's because I keep staring at this new start is coming, and I'm wondering if it is like a hint for the viewer that you could be doing something else. Because I'm seeing the Death card as well, and that was the issue that we were talking about. Some of you guys, I don't know if it's that someone. I don't want to say that and make anybody upset, so please pause the video if you need to, because I'm gonna put a trigger warning for the next like 15 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if someone here like lost a child, or they never had a childhood, so they don't want to work, but it's because they're stressed out. So some of you guys, that's what the new start is that you're gonna get a break. It's interesting because I feel like for some people here, you might want. I don't know, this like privacy or like low-key. It also says from the past here. So you know, like some people, they get older and they realize that the career they really want to do is something that they gave up on like 18 years ago. Some of you guys, for the older people watching here, it could be that you gave up on a dream. That was the issue, is that you gave up on one of your dreams. Some of you guys, it was to be famous, it was to be an artist, it was to travel, it was to be rich. I don't know what it is. For some of you guys, it was like to maybe you had kids and that was a part of it. For others of you, it's that you always wanted to have children. So it's one of the other. This is so interesting. Oh, why is that like that? Here we go. Okay. Tell me about the go the distance card. Why is the go the distance here? The number 47 or 11 is coming through here. So this could be significant numbers for somebody here watching. Oh, I think I dropped something. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I found it. Yeah. Is this a cheetah? Is this a cheetah or a leopard? I can't tell. I don't know if someone here is like good with style too. Also heard influencer. Why does it feel like for this group you don't have to do much? You shouldn't have to do a lot to make money and to make a living in this group. You don't have to do a lot. And it's because of how intense you are. It's because that's just who you are. I don't know, in this group, I feel like you should be cocky. I feel like you should be a little bit like, I also heard promoter as well. Some of you guys, just you showing up at some place makes something look, I heard acceptable, but also attractive. So I don't know if someone here dead ass has a lot of like clout or something like that, or they will for their job. You giving something energy, whatever might be helpful, beneficial. Each of the groups, like for what they were good at, skills that they could leverage have been so different, like literally so different. And I'm happy because I was kind of nervous to do this reading. I didn't want all of the messages to sound similar, and they don't. They actually all sound pretty different for different reasons. So I love giving messages like that. 47 go the distance is all about endurance, strength, and doing things for the long haul. So it talks about basically bringing your dreams to life and thinking about things long term, not paying attention to the fluctuations in your experience, but really thinking about things long term. So there's no need to fear the occasional obstacle because sometimes it happens, and it's to teach you to understand that life is a sprint and not a race. So for some of you guys, I don't know if it's simply that you had an issue come up that made it difficult for you to stay on your path. So like, let's say you told yourself, oh, in 5 years, I'm going to go back to school. In 5 years, I'm going to start working at this place. Or after the merger, I'm going to move to this company or whatever. And let's say, I don't know, you have this expense come up, this sickness or whatever, and you couldn't do it. You ended up postponing it. I think that's why the go the distances card here is here for some people. Whereas like there is something that you always plan on getting back to, you always plan on doing. And that is the new start for you. Because I'm seeing the judgment card, which is giving me like a second chance for something that you've been holding out for, something that you were thinking about for a while, or something that you haven't thought about in a long time. But that would actually be the solution to, for some of you guys, your happiness or your passion when it comes to your work, or people no longer underestimating you, or saying, some of you guys, it's the fact that you always say you're going to do something but you don't do it. Like you say you're going to you say you're going to start this project, you say you're going to try this for the first time and you don't. But for others of you, it's not about that. It's about the thing I mentioned before about like getting off track or whatever. I feel like in this group you have a lot of fortitude and a lot of strength, and that's like one of your biggest skills to leverage, is that a lot of people could not do what you do. So let's say you want to be a doctor and it takes 18 years. I'm just lying. I'm lying. It's not going to take you 18 years to become a doctor, unless it does. Sometimes it does. It's so funny because I have a friend that I work with, and they actually ended up having a child when they were younger. So, you know, their career did take a little bit of like what's that? The back burner. And they were talking to somebody else who was in a different position, and they were kind of mentioning how, you know, sometimes it's just not your time to go to school yet. Sometimes it's not your time for this, but it is your time for this right now. So I feel like for this group, what it really is about for you when it comes to your career reading is understanding that things change, times change, and sometimes your inspiration changes too. So maybe what you used to want to do is not what you want to do anymore. Like there are a lot of people where maybe they wanted to do research at one point, but then they start teaching, or maybe they wanted to be an athlete at some point, but then they start coaching. Like there are a lot of, so some of you guys said that's what it is, like a transition or something. But I really feel like for this group, it's really important for you to be doing something that brings you comfort. You should definitely be comfortable doing what it is that you're doing. I could see this group needing something fun, but that's for those of you where you put a lot of stress on and overworked yourself up until this point of like finding this reading. So let's move on to the next group now.
So I hope that resonated. If it did, give it a like and come back for another one on my channel. We're gonna move on now to card number 5 or pile number 5. So that's actually going to be the last group for the night because we've been on here for about 2 hours now, which is an hour longer than I wanted to be. But that's okay. It's all good. I wonder if I hold on. I was wondering why some cards weren't coming out. Get these together. All right. Let's move on now to last but not least, pile number 5. And I'm going to put the timestamp. I keep knocking the camera. I'm going to put the timestamp in the chat before we get started, okay? So we'll start pile number 5. 1. Okay. Let me get a sip of my water. Here we go. Hi, pile number 5. Welcome to your reading. We're going to be doing a career reading today to give you the messages that you might be looking to hear. Hopefully by the first beginning minutes of this reading, you can tell if it's your pile or not, whether or not you're coming as employed, self-employed, unemployed. I'll try to give you the messages that are meant for you to hear. Take what is yours and leave what isn't, and give it a like if it resonates. So the first card for you is the Snake card, which is actually the Queen of Wands in this deck. And then we have the Child, which is the Knight of Swords. The number 7 and 13 could be significant. I heard Libra and Scorpio, so some people here could have those placements. 7th house, 8th house placements, even. I also heard Aries and Leo. I don't know where that came through. Okay. And again, if you don't have that in your chart, that is okay, because I haven't even flipped over the rest of the cards yet. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. Ooh, show them the world the real you with full moon in Cancer. Ooh, no way, you got the Empress. Ooh, you got the Empress. Oh, you got the Empress. Okay, in this group, your most, what's that word? The quality that you could leverage the most when it comes to your career path could be your power of seduction, but let's see. The Hermit. The Empress and the Hermit. What? Oh, I heard a lot of people want you, but not a lot of people can have you. A lot of companies or whatever want you. It feels like you're the prize for some reason. The issues in the past was the 9 of Wands. Oh, okay. So you just don't know. You just don't know how dope you are, some of you guys. And the 7 of Swords, as I say that, yeah. And here now, for your career reading, a personal issue reaches resolution, so show the world the real you. And I feel like that's so interesting how you got the card that says show the world the real you. And here you have this 7 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. Some of you guys, it's the fact that you're an extremely self-aware person. That's one of your most leverageable traits. So because you have self-awareness, you also know how to tell what another person has been going through as well. I feel like in this group, it's your ability to be there for other people, your ability to understand people innately. Some of you guys, for you to lie. So why would you need to do that? I'm confused. So for this group, it could be that what your issue is like people pleasing. Some of you guys are a people pleaser, unfortunately. And I'm wondering if that like comes from like childhood or something. I'm wondering if that like comes from abuse or if that comes from like feeling like you're like an outcast or like the odd one out or something. I feel like for this group, what's going on with you in terms of your career has a like, I heard generational for some of you guys, but also a psychological component.
So what I mean by that is, like, you know how like some people, they feel like they're doomed to have a terrible love life, but sometimes they just choose shitty partners because they don't love themselves, or sometimes they stay in a relationship they don't want to be in because they love their person more than they love themselves. Like there's a tinge to it where the connection between your career and how happy you are with your path, or how sure you feel on your path with knowing yourself. So for some of you guys, I think what the issue is that I don't know if it's like you're like in a situation where you're not like truly known where you're working. You know, like some people have to have like a reputation or something for the work that they do. For others of you, it's the fact that you have yet to realize that you are dope as fuck. Some of you guys, you're really humble. Like you're really humble. Some of you guys, you're really shy as well. For others of you, you don't want anything that's like superficial. Some of you guys, you sell yourself short. That is the issue. Some of you guys, you don't realize that you deserve more. You deserve better. And I feel like the reason why I was saying psychological is because I don't know why it's almost like, I don't know. It feels like in this group you're so dope. But why does that seem like other people don't see that immediately? A personal issue reaches resolution. What's the personal issue for the viewer in card number 5 that needs to be unblocked? What's the personal issue? What's the personal issue? The World card. Uh-oh. The Ace of Swords. Some of you guys, it's like you don't brag enough about the things that you're good at, the things you've accomplished, the things you've experienced, the people you know. So your humble nature is, I don't know, it's weird because I feel like for the Seven of Swords to be coming through here, it's like, I don't know if you're really that humble. I don't know if you're really that humble. I don't know if it's like this is the group of people where there is a personality where you are accepted this way, but when people get to know you on a deeper level, you're different. So maybe that's what it is. The World card to the Ace of Swords. What's the issue for the personal resolution? Or the issue that's coming to a resolution? It's the World card and the Ace of Swords. The World card and the Ace of Swords. The Ten of Swords came through. Some of you guys, I don't know if say you went through something really rough. I don't know if you went through something really rough. And some of you guys, it was like public. For others of you, it was recent. Knight of Swords. The World cards and the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. All right, speak your truth. Speak your truth. I also heard anonymous. So some of you guys, I don't know if something what you might be doing for work in the future is something anonymous. What I mean by that is like, you know, like some people write books anonymously. Some people become like a world-renowned artist because they used to tag these buildings and now everyone loves them. Like that's what I mean when I say anonymous. Like I don't know if like the way you start is smaller. So some of you guys, your issue is that you don't understand that you can have like a rags to riches story, or you can go through a lot and that be the end all be all for you. Like let's say you grew up poor, you'd be lying to yourself, telling yourself that that's always what you're going to have. Or let's say you don't like to ask for too much. You're not being honest with yourself about the reason why you don't like to ask for too much, or why you don't believe that you deserve as much as you do, or why you don't brag. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's that. I don't know. It's like a lack mindset. Knight of Swords to the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. Some of you guys, I don't know if it's that you have to speak up for yourself more. Like you have to set stronger boundaries. King of Swords, as I say that to the 3 of Cups. Definitely don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of in this group at all. Like ever. Don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of by how giving you can be, how nurturing you can be, how dope you can be. I really feel like you're so dope in this group. Right? Tell me about the 9 of Wands though. What happened? What happened with the 9 of Wands? 3 of Cups. Damn. some of you guys, I feel like the issue for this group is that you are not. What do you want, the child? Something innocent. It seems like you're in the right field, though. Some of you guys, I think it's that you're in the wrong place. Simply put. I don't know if there's been like too much drama where you're working. I don't know. Some of you guys just say you're lonely. So work is fine, but that you're just lonely. For others of you, it could be that where you work right now, you had to relocate, so you're not near anybody that you know. For some of you guys, it could be that is what is on the brink for you, is like relocating. I don't know if there's like a commute coming through. For others of you, let me try to figure out what the here and now is about. Why is the here and now here? The number 32 or 5 is coming through strongly for this group. 32 or 5. This card talks about being present in the moment and taking things one day at a time. And like the oracle message behind it is like how important it is to stay present and stay in the moment. And understand that this very moment has so much potential for you to create a miracle in your life. And I think that's what I was talking about earlier, about how like some of you guys may not believe how accomplished you could be in the future. Some of you guys, what you don't realize is that what you've been working on the side is what is where you should be putting like more of your efforts. So let's say you have a 9 to 5, but after your 9 to 5 you do this. The thing that this is the money. That's the money. I heard the money. So let me just ask you right now, whoever's watching, if you have a side hustle, that is what you should be making your full-time job. I really do. Yeah. For the Empress and the Hermit to be coming out, I feel like some people, there was another group where I did deliver a similar message to where you could be doing something on your own, but you could be doing it online for the World card to be coming through here. For others of you, I don't know if this is speaking to international work, like you could be doing something on a larger scale, international. I heard international communications or global communications, so I don't know if it's that what you're doing is the right field, but that you're not doing it on the right scale. Like there could be a need for a larger scale. But I'm also seeing that for some of you guys, your best trait is the hermit quality that you have in you. And the fact that it's connected to the Empress is telling me that for some of you guys, just keep doing what you're doing. And it's only a matter of time before you get what you're looking for. So for some people, this is kind of like a positive, like, I don't want to say warning, because warning is like kind of has a different I'm so sorry, y'all, connotation. But for the 8 of Wands to be coming here, I heard something quick. I also just heard this saying, I don't know why. Some of you guys, you give off like mommy or daddy energy. That's one of your most leverageable traits. I'm not sure why that just came through. I guess it would depend on what you do for work. I did say something about like the power of seduction, so that could be what it is as well. Charisma or charm. But I feel like for this group, it's the fact that you may not want it. Like some of you guys, you are like really dope, but you're like more low-key or like reserved or shy. For others of you, it's the fact that you don't look for compliments or for anyone to repay you for what it is that you do. So I don't know what it is that you do for your work. I don't know. I really don't. But I just feel like there was another group who was like they were so likable. In this group, this is it's like people want to know more about you. Like people want to know more about your life, what you have going on, your story, your history, what you want to do in the future. I feel like for this group, really enough, people want to be around for when you, I heard, finally make it big. So that could be something that you leverage as well. It's like taking more advantage of the opportunities or the people and the places around you right now. Because for you to be showing up as the Empress, this is telling me that people actually want to help you. People actually want to do more for you. But for the Hermit to be coming through, it could be that you're too shy to ask. So that could be your... Shy is not the word. It could be reserved. It could be that you overthink. It could be that you... I don't know what it is. I do feel like in this group, your mind is extremely complex. And you're a very deep thinker. Some of you guys, you're extremely considerate and thoughtful. and your ability to incorporate these qualities into your work will be a big benefit to you. Yeah, I wonder if I should change the title to this reading to be like, what are your most like, I don't even know, like profitable traits or whatever. That makes it sound a certain way because sometimes career is just what you do. Like some people have a career, but they have enough money to do what they love and feel like their job is not work. So I don't know. I'm someone that is very into like semantics and like linguistics and stuff. So like sometimes I get so fixated on the way that I word things in this reading. But I feel like for someone in this group, you could be that way too. For some people in this group as well, you could be like a very well spoken individual. You could be very technical. You have a insane attention to detail. That could be something that you could benefit from. Some of you guys that is through art, like you know how like some people they're artists but they are like abstract artists. I feel like for this group, if you were an artist, like you would be really good with like the technical parts of it. So that could be dance, that could be like a technical dancer. You could be technical when it comes to some sort of science. I could definitely see some brainiacs in this group, but I could see some people here where it's like you're very smart but you have a love that you incorporate in the work that you do. What I mean by that is like think of Einstein, I feel like, or maybe not Einstein, maybe like Carl Jung or whatever, where it's like they have a book knowledge, but Jung also applied their book smarts to like real spiritual, psychological shit. And people use their teachings, their understandings of like the human mind and the way that we work for pretty much everything. Like everything. They use it in family relationships, organizational psych, education, like a lot of different industries use that person as an example. So for some of you guys, it's that you are going to be like an example. Like some people, they literally go down really famous or successful just because of who they were, just because of what they did. So I don't know, some of you guys, you might win like an award or just like I heard renowned. So in this group, I think you're meant to be known, but I think it's more so because you don't necessarily want that. And for the show the world the real you card to be coming through, I think there's something very different about you. And why is the here and now here though? For the here and now and the Eight of Wands, that could be what it is. For the Ten of Swords and the here and now. Some of you guys, there was some like healing that you had to do from like your childhood or something like that needed to happen, or that needs to happen for you to really have the life that you're meant to live. Maybe because you're meant to really appreciate it and like live it without wondering when the ball's gonna drop. Some of you guys, the issue for you is that when things are going really well, because of what you've been through or because of how many times you've had to maneuver in your life or whatever, it's hard for you to appreciate or I heard settle, like feel settled. Okay. So if that resonated, give it a like and come back for another one on my channel. I would love to have you here again. I'm getting a lot of different signs coming through for this reading, so I don't want to say all of them. But for anybody that does have Taurus and Virgo in their chart, thank you so much for joining. Even Libra came through with the Empress and the Hermit. I'm only saying that because these are like major arcana. Pisces is also major arcana, so I'll say that one too for the world card. But whatever your sign is, whatever your name is, whatever your age is, does not matter. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye-bye.